The silent expectations, understanding the unspoken needs of women. In the intricate dance of relationships, communication is often championed as a key to success. And while that's undoubtedly true, not all communication happens with words. In fact, some of the most profound needs and expectations within a woman's heart remain unspoken, not because she's hiding them, but because they are deeply woven into a sense of emotional and relational safety. At Read Her Right, we believe that understanding these silent expectations can transform how men and women connect, creating more harmonious, compassionate, and emotionally rich relationships. This article dives deep into those unspoken needs, exploring what they are, why they matter, and how you can learn to recognize and honor them. 1. Why are some needs unspoken? Women often grow up in environments where direct expression of needs, especially emotional ones, is subtly discouraged, whether it's through societal messaging, cultural norms, or personal experiences. Many women internalize the idea that asking for too much is needy, dramatic, or too emotional. So instead of directly stating their needs, women may drop hints, show through behavior, wait for their partner to intuitively understand, suppress the need entirely. But make no mistake, these needs don't disappear. They become silent expectations, hopes wrapped in subtle signals, body language, or emotional responses. When they go unmet for long enough, frustration and disconnection start to build. 2. The most common unspoken needs. Let's explore some of the most frequently unexpressed needs that many women carry in their relationships. A. The need to be chosen every day. Even in committed relationships, many women silently yearn to feel like their partner chooses them daily, not just out of obligation, but out of genuine desire. This shows up in small acts. A thoughtful message during a busy workday, choosing her over a night out with friends, paying attention to what lights her up and making time for it. The unspoken expectation here is, make me feel like I matter more than your convenience. B. The need for emotional safety. Emotional safety is a feeling of being able to express your innermost thoughts, fears, and vulnerabilities without fear of judgment or ridicule. Women may not say this outright, but they want to feel like they can cry without being labeled sensitive. They can be upset without being called crazy. They can express dissatisfaction without being invalidated. The silent expectation, hold space for my emotions even when they are messy. See, the need to be seen and heard. This isn't just about physical presence. It's about attention, awareness, and emotional engagement. Many women crave eye contact during conversations, acknowledgement of their efforts, both big and small, validation when they express opinions, ideas, or concerns. What's unspoken is, notice me, really see me, let me know that I matter. D. The need for reassurance. Even confident women sometimes carry insecurities about their appearance, their worth, or their place in your heart. They may not always ask for reassurance, but they need to hear things like, I love you just the way you are. I'm not going anywhere. You're enough. Silent expectation. Remind me that I'm loved even when I don't ask for it. E. The need for effort. Women notice effort, especially when it's consistent, thoughtful, and from the heart. They don't expect perfection or grand gestures, but they do hope for intention. Things like planning a date instead of always asking what she wants to do, remembering important dates or preferences, doing something just because it makes her happy. Unspoken message. Show me you're willing to work for this love. 3. How to recognize unspoken needs. The challenge for many partners is that these expectations aren't verbalized, but that doesn't mean they're invisible. You can learn to recognize them by paying attention to A. Emotional patterns. Does she pull away emotionally after certain events? Does she become quiet when you respond dismissively? These are cues that a need wasn't met. B. Body language. Crossed arms, lack of eye contact, a shift in tone. All these nonverbal signs often reveal what words do not. C. Repetition. If she repeatedly brings up the same concern in different ways, chances are It's an unmet need she doesn't know how to express clearly. D. Mood shifts. A sudden change in her mood after a seemingly minor incident could be a reaction to an emotional trigger, something that touched on an unmet expectation. 4. Creating a space for expression. Want to help her feel safe enough to express her needs openly? Here's how you can create that space. Ask thoughtful questions. Not just what's wrong, but what's on your heart today. Validate emotions. Even if you don't agree, acknowledge that her feelings are real. Be patient. If she's not ready to open up, don't rush her. Stay consistent in showing that you care. Apologize with empathy. When you miss the mark, own it with humility. 5. The danger of ignoring silent expectations. When unspoken needs go unacknowledged for too long, it creates emotional erosion. Over time, resentment, loneliness, and emotional distance build up, often without any explosive conflict. She might start to detach emotionally, withdraw from physical intimacy, stop sharing her day or dreams, question the relationship silently. By the time the issue surfaces, it might be deeply rooted and harder to repair. That's why emotional attunement and proactive care are so vital. 6. Learning to speak her language. Meeting unspoken needs isn't about mind reading. It's about attentiveness, empathy, and intention. Start by observing what makes her light up, listening deeply, not just what she says, but how she says it, showing up consistently in small but meaningful ways, asking her what love feels like to her, and listening closely. Every woman has a different emotional blueprint. The more you know Hayes, the better you'll become at responding to her silent expectations with love and care. Final thoughts. Love in the quiet places. Love isn't just expressed in grand declarations or passionate embraces. It's found in the quiet moments. The way you remember her coffee order, the hug after a long day, the silent understanding when she needs space but also closeness. When you learn to tune into her unspoken needs, you're not just decoding her silence, you're honoring her humanity. And in doing so, you create the kind of love that doesn't just speak, it listens deeply and truly. Because sometimes, the most important things aren't said out loud. They are felt. And when you read her write, you'll know exactly what they are.